Hey everyone, Dr. Mike here. Today we're diving into a crucial topic, foods that can actually harm your brain health. You know me, I'm all about empowering you guys to live your healthiest lives. And that includes taking care of your most important organ, your brain. We're going to break down the science behind how certain foods can affect your cognitive function, memory, and even your mood. We're talking about the sneaky culprits that might be hiding in plain sight, in your pantry, or even at your favorite restaurant. This isn't about fear-mongering, guys. It's about giving you the knowledge to make informed choices. Because when you know better, you can do better. Let's get started. All right, let's talk about sugar. We all love a little sweetness in our lives, right? But when it comes to your brain, too much sugar can be a real downer. See, your brain thrives on glucose. It's its primary fuel source. But when you're constantly overloading on sugary drinks, processed snacks and desserts, it throws your blood sugar levels out of whack. These sugar spikes and crashes can lead to something called brain fog, where you feel sluggish, unfocused, and just out of it. And over time, consistently high sugar intake can actually damage brain cells and impair memory function. We're talking about an increased risk of cognitive decline and even conditions like Alzheimer's disease. So how do you protect yourself? The key is moderation. Enjoy your treats in moderation and focus on incorporating whole, unprocessed foods into your diet. Think fruits, vegetables, lean proteins, and healthy fats. Your brain will thank you. Next up, we're tackling trans fats, and trust me, these guys are bad news for your brain. Trans fats are a type of unsaturated fat that's often found in processed foods and fried foods. Think about those crispy fries, donuts, and commercially baked goods. The problem with trans fats is that they can actually damage the structure of your brain cells. They interfere with the production of something called myelin, which is like the protective coating around your nerve fibers. Without enough myelin, your brain's communication pathways become less efficient, leading to problems with memory, learning, and overall cognitive function. The good news is that trans fats are increasingly being phased out of many food products, but it's still crucial to read labels carefully and avoid anything that lists partially hydrogenated oil in the ingredients. Choose healthier fats instead, like olive oil, avocados, and nuts. Chapter 3. Processed foods, a recipe for brain drain. Let's be honest, we live in a fast-paced world, and sometimes those processed foods seem like the easiest option. But here's the thing. They're often loaded with unhealthy ingredients that can wreak havoc on your brain health. We're talking about refined carbohydrates, added sugars, unhealthy fats, and artificial additives. These ingredients can contribute to inflammation in the body, including in the brain. And chronic inflammation has been linked to an increased risk of cognitive decline and neurodegenerative diseases. Plus, processed foods are often low in essential nutrients that your brain needs to function properly, like omega-3 fatty acids, antioxidants, and vitamins. So, what's the solution? Prioritize whole, unprocessed foods as much as possible. Cook at home more often so you can control the ingredients, and make sure to include plenty of fruits, vegetables, whole grains, and lean proteins in your diet. Chapter 4. Alcohol and your brain. A toxic relationship. Now let's talk about alcohol. Look, I get it, a glass of wine with dinner or a beer with friends can be enjoyable, but it's important to understand that excessive alcohol consumption can have serious consequences for your brain health. Alcohol is a neurotoxin, meaning it can damage brain cells. When you drink too much, it interferes with the communication pathways in your brain, leading to problems with memory, coordination, and decision-making. Over time, chronic alcohol abuse can actually shrink the brain, especially in areas responsible for learning, memory, and emotional control. The key here is moderation. If you choose to drink, do so responsibly and within recommended guidelines. For women, that means up to 1 drink per day, and for men, up to 2 drinks per day. And remember, there are plenty of other ways to relax and socialize that don't involve alcohol. Chapter 5. Mercury rising. The fishy truth about brain health. Last but not least, let's talk about mercury. Mercury is a heavy metal that can build up in certain types of fish, and it's something you definitely want to be mindful of, especially when it comes to your brain health. High levels of mercury can damage the nervous system, including the brain. This is especially concerning for pregnant women and young children, as mercury exposure during critical periods of development can have long-term effects on cognitive function. The good news is that not all fish are created equal when it comes to mercury levels. Larger predatory fish like shark, swordfish, king mackerel and tilefish tend to have higher levels of mercury. It's best to limit your intake of these fish and opt for lower mercury options like salmon, shrimp, cod and canned light tuna. That's it for today, folks. Remember, what you eat can significantly impact your brain health. By making smart choices and incorporating more brain-boosting foods into your diet, you can support your cognitive function, protect your memory, and keep your mind sharp for years to come. Remember, a healthy brain equals a healthy life. So ditch the junk, embrace whole foods, and nourish your most valuable asset. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more health tips. See you next time.